On July 25, 2015, in the Brunswick neighborhood of the city of Gary, Indiana, two individuals went missing. They were 21-year-old Diamond Bynum and a toddler, Mr. King Walker, 2 years old. A little about Diamond and King. Diamond's father is Eugene Bynum. He has a wife named Suzanne, who is Diamond's stepmother. LaShawn Walker is Diamond's biological mother. King's mother is named Ariana Walker, daughter of Eugene and LaShawn. Daisy Bynum is Eugene's mother. Diamond Bynum is a developmentally challenged black female who, according to reports, has the mental capacity of a 7-year-old child. Diamond has a disease called Prader-Willi syndrome. It is a genetic condition that causes extremely slow mental development and leaves the sufferer with a sense of always being hungry. Because of her developmental challenges, Diamond walked with a limp. Also, she had trouble communicating, meaning speaking. This makes it hard for her and her family to understand each other, let alone strangers being able to understand her. Allegedly, if she were lost or needed help, Diamond probably didn't have the mental capacity to ask for it with an IQ of just 65. Also, Diamond was on medications. Allegedly, without her medications, Diamond would go into tantrums that sometimes resulted in head banging. On the morning of July 25th, King Walker was dropped off at the Bynum's Matthew Street home by his mother, Ariana. At the time, Ariana worked at a beauty salon in Chicago. Mr. Eugene Bynum went to work at SNE Support Computer Repair, which is a business that he owns. Later in the morning, about 10 a.m., Diamond was laying down in Suzanne's bedroom. Suzanne took a place on the bed herself, placed King beside her, and fell asleep. When she awakened an hour later at 11 a.m., both Diamond and King were gone. Eugene received a call from Suzanne at work. She informs Eugene that the kids were missing from the home. Eugene leaves his job immediately and heads back home. Subsequent calls went out to family members and they assumed that Diamond took King out for a walk. However, with Diamond being developmentally challenged, this was not a good thing. For starters, the Bynum family had just moved to Gary from Hammond in February, taking advantage of Gary's cheaper home prices in order to save money to purchase a better house elsewhere. When Diamond lived in Hammond, she frequently took walks by herself. She was familiar with the particular neighborhood she lived in, and this was a normal thing. However, Diamond was not familiar with Gary's Brunswick neighborhood as she was with her former home in Hammond. Suzanne called the authorities, attempting to report Diamond and King missing. However, an investigation was not initiated by the Gary Police Department until 2 days later, on July 27th. The family passed out flyers through the Brunswick neighborhood. During that day, they received information that the two missing kids were seen at a McDonald's several times on 5th and Grant Street. Police began passing out flyers in that neighborhood as well. However, the sighting was never confirmed by anyone, and there was no sight of the two missing kids on surveillance videos. The next day, July 28th, the Bynum family began canvassing neighborhoods. Also, K-9 units were deployed to pick up on Diamond and King's scents. The K-9s began at the Bynum household. The dogs tracked her scent to a set of railroad tracks about 9th and Clark Road. It was here that the dogs lost the scent. Somewhere south of 9th Avenue, the dogs hit on her scent again. It was reported that the scent led dogs to a convenience store located at 11th and Clark Road, where Diamond's scent was lost a second time. The next day, K-9 units picked up Diamond's scent again at about 22nd and Wickham Street. A large search was conducted in a nearby wooded area. Nothing turned up as a result of this search. There was a controversy surrounding the police department and the proprietors of the convenience store where the dogs tracked Diamond's scent. The store was a gas station. The gas station reportedly had 3 working surveillance cameras, with at least one that recorded video from the day that Diamond and King went missing. Because the dogs caught her scent at this gas station, it was reasonable to assume that the surveillance cameras captured Diamond and possibly King. The proprietors had the video but refused to cooperate with the police, denying them access to the computer which the video file was stored. They informed the police they had a certain number of days before the video was deleted. However, the business proprietors played games with the cops and Mr. Bynum himself, refusing to hand over the hard drive that contained the video file. The community banded together and boycotted that gas station in an attempt to force the proprietors of the store to cooperate. The boycott worked, and the owners handed over the entire computer to the police. However, the video files were reportedly deleted. Forensics experts tried to recover the deleted files according to reports, but were unsuccessful. It is unknown if the police obtained a warrant to get the computer or the hard drive. It is unknown if someone at that gas station was interfering with the investigation by blocking access to surveillance tapes. It is unknown if these tapes contain other criminal activities that may have implicated the store owners or employees in Diamond's disappearance or in other crimes. The Bynums got with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, created more flyers to help gain national attention. Local sex offenders were looked at. Over 100 police officials and volunteers were scouring Gary searching for Diamond and King. They searched abandoned home after abandoned home, not finding anything. More tips came flying in, including a rumored sighting at a bus stop in Hammond, Indiana, specifically at the intersection of Soul and Michigan Avenue. Claims were that Diamond was spotted there asking for food, with someone giving her $50 to buy said food. As far as I can ascertain, this sighting was never confirmed. 2 weeks went by. Then a month passed. By August 3rd, all official searches were called off. Lieutenant Thomas Pollitt said, according to the NWI Times, quote, "The resources have dried up," end quote. A silver alert went out on September 2nd, nearly 2 months after Diamond and King went missing. King did not receive an Amber Alert because he was not kidnapped. It's been 3 years since the pair disappeared off the map, and law enforcement are no closer to solving this case. However, there are things that I want to address. First of all, I want to focus on some of the things that Diamond's father, Eugene Bynum, said during his interview on September 2nd with Eve Gomez, which was recorded and uploaded to YouTube. It has not received many views, only at 767 views as of the writing of this script. Eve did more talking than Eugene did. However, in that interview, Eugene said, quote, "They snuck out the home," end quote. They being in reference to Diamond and King. I found that an interesting statement to make. It makes me feel like Diamond walking out of the house without permission was a common occurrence. I'm not sure if he meant to say that or not, but that's how I took it. Secondly, when he says, quote, "They snuck out," end quote, that also gives me the feeling that there was no foul play involved with Diamond leaving. Of course, someone being of sound mind taking a child that didn't belong to them would be a grievous crime. In the case of Diamond, having numerous disabilities and having the mind of a child, taking King, who is a 2-year-old, I hesitate to claim that she had ill intentions. Third, Mr. Bynum stated that he felt he got no results from the police department. He felt from the first day they tried to report Diamond and King being missing, the Gary Police Department didn't take them seriously. He felt as if waiting until the following Monday to initiate the search was too long, and the golden opportunity was lost for the GPD to get involved. In his words, quote, "If day one was taken seriously, I don't believe we'd be at this point right now," end quote. What he is dancing around is that he believes the police department initially didn't take the Bynums serious because of Diamond's age. There was a discrepancy that occurred during the initial stages of the search. The police did not, according to reports, understand the severity of Diamond's disability. Had that been taken seriously as a paramount concern, it was possible that the police could have been out on day one, as Mr. Bynum puts it. The police didn't get that Diamond being 21 meant nothing. She was severely developmentally challenged with the mind of a small child and a grown woman's body. According to Mr. Bynum, they weren't taken seriously until they started referencing Diamond as being retarded. But to me, even if Diamond were of sound mind, there is a 2-year-old boy missing. That by itself should have been enough for police to come out in full force at the very beginning. I share the belief that the delay in the police department's involvement potentially dampened the possibility for Diamond and King to be found. 6 weeks after the disappearances, a person of interest suddenly appeared. The police was looking for a Mr. Terrence D. Dollar Williams, aged 34 at the time, from Gary, Indiana. He had a pretty lengthy rap sheet, and a social media account shows that he may have been involved in gang activity at the time they were looking for him. I could not find anything to indicate how Mr. Williams was connected to the Bynums, the Walkers, or Diamond herself specifically. According to accounts I've read on the internet, Mr. Williams is no longer being sought or was found, questioned, and determined not to be involved. The police investigation started 2 days late. The most important hours in a missing persons case is the first 48. No real police work started until about 72 hours after the disappearances. The alerts were a month late. There were golden opportunities that were lost, and Mr. Bynum knew it. Someone wrote a fake confession implicating Mr. Bynum and his wife Suzanne. This led to conspiracy theories that basically either blamed Mr. Bynum and his wife together for killing Diamond and King, or implicated Suzanne as responsible for the murders by herself. It just seems as if Diamond and King walked off the face of the earth, but I don't believe in things like that. Something happened to these young individuals. Nefarious or not, they are out here somewhere.